could stay right here for life. This place moves me right. Days and nights I'm captured by the feeling, love the right, and now I'm really living life. A life pursuit, but kind of feeling. Jump on board the ride tonight.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is it working? Looks like it's working. Goody, yay. Alright, I usually don't do that on stream, but last time I tried using OBS for reasons, other unrelated reasons, it didn't work properly for my microphone. But anyway, that's not the point now. Hello everybody and welcome back to G8RStreams. Today we're playing something a little bit different than what we usually do. Because in today's stream, we're going to be playing through Splatoon 2. Which is kind of not that different from what we usually do. But we are going to be playing the Hero Replica weapons in Octo Canyon. So, For those of you who don't know, the story mode has replay value where you can replay through every level with every weapon in the game. So that's pretty cool. Well, not every weapon, but like every type that you can use in Octa Canyon. And the really neat thing is, if you beat every level with a specific weapon, you get a hero replica that you can use online. And for the Let's Play, I had a video where we demonstrated all these in the first world. And I had promised that we'd be demonstrating the rest of them over the course of the Let's Play. That hasn't happened yet, and I'll be explaining why in a moment. But first, let's go through the opening cutscene, because isn't that fun? Yeah, I know what time it is. It's Off the Hook, coming live from Inkopolis Square. It is weird voicing these after hearing the talker artist voice these for so long, and Gaming with Bio soon be taking over this role. They break your heart, I'm back on high, because they're so smart, so you'll play your part. Well, there goes that endorsement deal. And these are the current ranked battle stages. We ink above, the ink below, we ink below, the ink above. Not sure if you're writing a hook or if you're mad that your team got cooked. I think I've seen that one before. Marina, you bought a new motorcycle recently, yeah? You gotta let me ride it. I don't think your feet would reach the pegs. I'm shocked I've not seen anybody draw fan art on Marina with the motorcycle, because they do fan art for pretty much every little dialogue that they have for Splatoon, so I'm kind of surprised that one hasn't happened yet. Alright, so Seven Words opened up, so we might play that on stream a little bit later. We're probably going to not only focus on hero replica weapons this stream to be. Here are my hero. Whoever wrote this, I'm gonna like your post. Alrighty then. How many people are excited about Splatoon 3 on here? I'm a little worried about showing these because sometimes there's no filter on these things. No Splatoon 3. Oh, that looks really cool. Let's take a picture of that. Alright. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's go to the actual thing that we came here for. This is literally just a number 3. Okay, I gotta do something similar. Okay, let's do this. Wait! Man, I'm so excited. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the game. Hello, the James Rose. Yay, it's working! Alright, so if you'd like an idea for how much progress I've made on my own time for this, so, how do I look in that? Okay, this room. So, records. So, I have all the hero replica weapons for Sector 1 and Sector 2. I don't have all of them for Sector 3 yet, so I'm a little under halfway there. The next one is 13. Everything else was recorded in traditional video stuff. My original plan was we were going to have hero replica weapon footage shown off throughout Splatfest videos, but as I was editing the video, I realized that there's already so much going into those videos, and hero replica weapons are kind of unrelated. So I figured it would probably be better to just save them for the very last episode. So let's... which level was it again? 13. Whee! Baker's Depot. Meep meep. Baker's my favorite Muppet. Alrighty then, so... how do I switch weapons again? It's been a while since I played Octa Canyon. So what we'll be doing is we're going to be replaying through as many of these levels as we possibly can with the hero replica weapons. It's going to be a bit more of a casual stream, just talking about whatever comes to mind, so that's going to be pretty fun. And also, I'm just really excited for Splatoon 3. Also, if you hear a random computer sound in the background, I'm rendering a couple videos as we're streaming this, so that's going to be pretty fun. One of which is the Nintendo Direct discussion, so that's pretty fun, where we get to talk about Splatoon 3. Alright, so go through that. So how's everybody doing today? Are you having a nice day? Are you excited for Splatoon 3? Like, if you have any thoughts on Splatoon 3, then feel free to share in the comments, because I'd love to have a conversation about that. Because, like, I know I could talk about Splatoon forever, because I kind of have been doing that for years on the channel already. So, that's kind of cool. Hey, get away from me. How dare you. Admittedly, I probably should have done this a long time ago, streaming the hero replica weapons, because it was the Breath of the Wild Koroks that gave me the idea to do this. This wasn't something that I was originally going to do. I was just going to record these on my own time, but it's kind of repetitive to go through all of these, but I really want to demonstrate the last of them. So, that's basically the idea. The primary idea that I have for the Let's Play version is that we're not going to be showing every single one of these because of a reason I'll be mentioning in a moment. That was a crane bomb, that wasn't a splat bomb. How do I get up there? There we go. So... where was I going with it? The reason why I'm not going to be demonstrating every single hero replica weapon novel is that the one video that I did do will only showcase the first world. That was a 6-minute video, and it took like 3 hours to render. So trying to do that for like 28 levels would pretty much destroy my computer. So I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, what I'm planning on doing is I will be demonstrating whatever levels have notable changes, depending on what weapon you would be playing with. Like, I know some levels that require sniper weapons on the first run, they have extra platforms for you to be able to reach the targets and things like that on the other versions of those levels. So that's something I'll be demonstrating. But I definitely will be showcasing the final boss in its entirety with every hero replica weapon during the grand finale. That's one idea that I will be doing. That grand finale is huge. I mentioned this on the anniversary video, but I've been working on that for a little while already. So yeah, that's something that's been working on for a while, and I'm kind of working on the hero replica weapon portion of that video right now. So that's a big reason why I'm decided to stream this. Like, I won't be going into detail for every single thing we'll be doing, but if you want a basic idea, some things that I can discuss right now, we are going to be demonstrating the last Splatfest during the grand finale, because that'd be the perfect way to end off the series. But we're also going to be demonstrating the hero replica weapon thingy that I mentioned, and we're also be showcasing Inner Agent 8, Inner Agent 3 from Octo Expansion. So that's the reason why we haven't shown that off yet. There's a few other things, but I won't say what they are here because I want to keep them a surprise. Alright, let's go through here. Oh no. Okay. Phew. Final checkpoint. Okay, wait for that to go by. Alright, move it along. Move it along. Move it along. Don't you dare turn over here. You're gonna turn over here, aren't you? You are. Okay. That's close. Alright, we can do it. I haven't played this in a while, so I haven't played the story mode in this game, so I might be a little turned around from time to time on where I'm supposed to be going, which is a little sad considering the fact that we're still in the middle of the Let's Play and we did the verses of this game. So you'd think I'd know my way around this level just a little bit better. But we'll definitely get the hang of it by the time we get to the other hero replica weapons. If I don't read the chat during the levels themselves, I do apologize for that. I will be reading the chat more often in between levels, so yay. Oh, there it is. Okay. I knew there was a thing around here. Alright. Hey, you get away from me. You get away. You go away. I can't reach you. I'll just go over here. Take care of you. Alright, jump! Whee! That thing over there looks like broccoli. Alright. And we get the Zapfish. Yay, Zapfish! Hello, Threads Productions. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so those of you who are just coming to the stream now, what we're doing is that we are going for the hero replica weapons in the game. Basically, what that means is whenever you play through these levels, you can play with them using different weapons and things like that. So we're going to be doing that for every single one of them, because if you complete every level with this specific weapon, you can unlock a hero replica you can use online. This is the progress that we've made so far. We finished Sector 1 was in the hero replica weapon episode of the Let's Play. Sector 2 I did off screen, and I've been gradually doing that over time. And right now we're focusing on level 13. So the next level we'll be doing is the charger. Alright, is it over there? Take care of that, take care of that, and go this way. Whee! So as we go across this area, I want to talk about Splatoon 3 for a moment. Because like I said earlier, that's another big reason why I wanted to stream today, because I want to have an excuse to talk about that. So, the fun thing about Splatoon 3 is, first of all, it's happening, which I'm really looking forward to. We'll have an Nintendo Direct to discuss and uploaded, I think, Sunday on the collab channel. More of my thoughts will be on that, but we can talk about it here too. So, like, I absolutely love this Splatoon series, and I made a tweet earlier this year where I was all like, my prediction is that we're going to upload the grand finale of Splatoon 2 this year, but within a week or so after that happens, Splatoon 3 will be announced, so my break from Splatoon will never happen. Because, for those of you who don't know, there was like no gap between working on my Let's Play for the first Splatoon and Splatoon 2. Because in the first Splatoon, when that was ending, Splatoon 2 was coming out, and I was recording footage for the Splatfest videos. So there's like really no gap between working on Splatoon Let's Plays, which I don't mind because I love Splatoon. So that was something that's pretty interesting. And there's also the fact that we were also working on diverse projects for all 3 story campaigns in Splatoon series. And they happened within a pretty short amount of time. So we have a bit of a running gag where it's like I can never take a break from Splatoon, which I'm fine with. I love Splatoon. But yeah, I was joking on Twitter that they're gonna announce Splatoon 3 when the Let's Play is over. But yeah, it was announced before the Let's Play ended, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. Although it's coming out next year, so that means that I at least will get some kind of break. So the grand finale would definitely be uploaded this year, even if it's going to take a long time to work on, because the grand finale is absolutely massive. But they confirmed that Splatoon 3 will come out in 2022, so even if the Let's Play ends in December, we'll still get like at least a couple months break between working on Splatoon 2 and playing Splatoon 3. I don't want to like outright confirm a Splatoon 3 Let's Play will happen, but it's kind of safe to say that it will happen at some point, because with my history of Splatoon. But saying that, I'm also kind of worried that this might be like a sticker star situation where it's like completely different from everything else, but at the same time, whenever I look at the trailers, everything just looks so cool. So yeah, there are probably going to be a few differences here and there, but yeah, Splatoon 3 looks like it's going to be really fun. Also, a reminder, I won't be reading stream chat while we're actually going through the levels themselves, because I like to go through these quickly. Final checkpoint. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult to reach with the roller. Rollers don't usually have that great range, so I'll try and use that to go for the grappling hook thing up there. That's gonna be a little difficult. But we did, so yay. First try. Easy. Thanks for Dead or Alive. I've been... Oh, darn it. That's what I get for mentioning Dead or Alive on the Splatoon thing. But lately I've been playing Dead or Alive a lot, and Li Feng is my main in those games. So, lately whenever I've been saying the word easy, I can't help but think of her taunt where she's like, easy, too easy. And jump! Yay! Okay. Second time's the charm. Yay! Alright. And looking at stream chat. And my computer fan is making noise. How dare you, computer? I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go back and forth between stages or if we'll take care of all of them with every weapon in a row, because it might be a little repetitive to watch the same level like 8 times in a row, but at the same time it would be nice to be a bit organized if I were to go through and edit these things and things like that. Because I already said that I won't be going through and editing every hero replica weapon stage into an episode. Just the ones that have notable differences, but yeah, it might still be a good idea to be organized. Okay, to go there and go this way. I guess another thing I could talk about right now is that I've been playing Bowser's Fury a lot lately, so that's been pretty fun. The thing about Super Mario 3D World is that it seems like every side mode in 3D World ends up being like a bit more fun than like the actual main game itself. And I don't mean to say 3D World isn't a bad game or anything like that. It's really fun, and I think the Switch version really opened my eyes on how good of a game it is. But yeah, like Bowser's Fury, whenever I played through that, I kind of got this feeling in the back of my mind that this is what I really wish the main game was like, because it's a very fun open game. It's not too long, but it's a really fun game, so you could definitely tell that it's taking inspiration from Odyssey and things like that. And I just kind of wish that the whole 3D World game was more like that, but what 3D World does well, it does very, very well. It's one of those things where it's not quite what I was hoping for when the game was coming out, but the stuff that 3D World does well, like I said, it does incredibly well, so yay. I think my problem with 3D World when it first came out was that within the short amount of time, like in 2012, you had New Super Mario Bros. U and 2. They came out 6 months apart from each other. In the previous year, you had 3D Land, and then in 2013, like 1 year after that, you had 3D World, and they all followed a very similar level structure. So it just kind of got stale after a little while, but I'm sure Nintendo saw the critiques, and that's why a game like that kind of disappeared for a while. We did get Mario Maker, which kind of had that, but that was a whole separate thing because you were making the levels. Hey, dude. Alright. Alright, Sorry if I'm not that active with commentary in the stream. There's a bit more of a casual one tonight, so I do apologize if I'm not quite as vocal as usual, but it's nice having a fun and casual stream every now and then. Not everything has to be like grand or epic or anything like that. I mean, as it is with the with the Breath of the Wild Korok episodes, those ones kind of already require commentary for like 5 hours straight. Hey, we got a new record! Yay! Also, if you hear random food in the background, I apologize. I got dinner before starting the stream, and might be a good idea to eat at some point. Alright, next is Splat Dualies. Alright, let's do this. I love the Splat Dualies. They're like the closest we'll ever get to, like, and to not making like a Tomb Raider-esque game, because like we get dual weapons and things like that, so I get to feel like Lara Croft, and it's awesome. I really hope they return in the next game. They probably will, because I don't think we've had a situation where a weapon class was completely dropped before. Because they all returned in Splatoon. They all returned in Splatoon 2, even if the special weapons didn't. All the special and sub weapons, they were like completely different in this game, but yeah, it's something that's kind of interesting. And it's really cool because like they have a new. They already confirmed that there's gonna be like an ink bow and things like that. So we don't know if that's the official name or anything like that, but it's basically like a charger that's a bow and arrow, which I'm kind of surprised I didn't think about before. Because like you'd think a bow and arrow would be pretty obvious, but I never thought about it before. Is there really no way I can? There has to be a way I can reach that. No, I can't reach that. Okay. Do I need to throw a spot bomb? Okay, looks like we do. Boy, that might be problematic. Splat Dualies usually don't have that good of a range. But no, there's gonna be another one up here. I wish that they had platforms here so that we could use that to jump across. Because they do that for some levels later, like with the sniper levels. They'll have additional platforms so you can reach the switches easier. Alright, now let's go over this way. Righty then. How am I going to reach that one? Okay, I have an idea, and it's probably not a good one, but... Oh, I'll pop it back over here. That's rude. Alright, it worked. Man, it is mean they don't put an extra platform right there. Alright, we got the key. Now we can go over here. Anyway, that was a rude thing. It's kind of interesting. Those spreaders, in the Splatoon lore, they are canonically created by Marina. Because before Marina became part of the Inkling Society, she was part of the Octarian army. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think that she invented the spreaders, but there's in one of the Octo expansion reports, it shows that she at least worked on the team of Octarians who were part of the spreader development team. So that's something that's pretty well worth mentioning. And there's also that picture of Marina in the background during the final boss of the first game. I'm really curious to see how Splatoon 3 is going to handle the lore, because there's definitely a lot of stuff that they can do. Like, I can't really think of any ideas specifically, but it'd be really cool to see things like how exactly the world got chaotic, or if it's just that one particular reason. And the one thing I'm really curious about is the fact that it seems like Splatoon 3 at least takes place in a more of a European location than Splatoon 1 and 2. Because you see the Eiffel Tower in the background, so that's something that I'm really, really curious about. So is it just that region that looks like it's gone to chaos, or is it like the entire world or things like that? I'm really curious about that. And it's going to be funny looking back on the stream a couple years from now when we know all these answers already. But as for now, it's just speculation. How do we reach that? I don't think a spot bomb will work on that. But we can try that anyway. Again, it's really weird that they don't have extra platforms here. Wait, we need to use the geyser thingy when we get over there. Okay, that's what I'm missing. There we go. Okay. I figured it out. I'm a grown-up. Okay. Back. Retreat. Ah! Whew. Alright, there we go. Take care of you. Get away from me. Okay, continue. Why are you going over there? Go this way. This way. Cheat. This way. I always love that line in Splatoon in SpongeBob when SpongeBob's cheating on the boating exam and Mrs. Puff is so desperate to get him out of the class, and SpongeBob's trying to confess that he's been cheating the entire time, and she's all like, "No, that way, cheat that way." Alright, we are now halfway through this thing, so that's pretty cute. There's Productions is asking, what's the story of Splatoon? So, Splatoon takes place 12,000 years in the future. Which weapon is next? The umbrella, okay. So, this takes place in a world where humans were wiped out from rising tides, and the squid and octopi of the world evolved into the Inklings and Octolings. Yeah, I believe Inkopolis, like the city that Splatoon takes place in our equivalent of Japan. So that's noteworthy. And basically the idea is that the Inklings and Octolings, they have fun little games called Turf Wars where they'll cover the ground in ink and things like that. So that's something that's pretty interesting. It's a very, very fun series, and I absolutely love the Splatoon games. The main story mode campaigns usually revolve around a character named DJ Octavio stealing something called a Great Zapfish, which they use to power their city. And the story of Splatoon 2 also revolves around one of the main characters from the first game. Her name is Callie. She disappears. The Squid Sisters, Callie and Marie, they are like pop idols, and like everybody loves them because they're awesome. So Callie disappears, and we have to find her. And this game also has new pop idols as well, Marina and Pearl from Off the Hook. And Marina is like the best Nintendo waifu ever. I absolutely love Marina. So yeah, there was this one thing that happened during a stream that was really funny. So it was one of the crossover streams that Get Me With Pie and I did, and at the end of the stream, I was showcasing a game that, where am I going with this? I was showcasing a game that he did for a final school project thingy, because we both go to the same college. And so after that, I was trying to showcase my project, but I realized that something important that I've been working on saved over that original file, and I can't find where I kept the backup. So, like, he was teasing me at one point, saying, no, you just don't want to show your shrine to Marina. But yeah, Marina is definitely the best Nintendo waifu ever. As for Callie Marie, the thumbnail on this video, the character on the thumbnail is Marie. So my friend James and I, we have a bit of a fun debate that goes on from time to time where we playfully argue over who's the better of the two. Because he's Team Marie, I'm Team Callie. They're both really amazing characters. Like, they're both so incredibly fun. So the big reason why Callie is my favorite is not just because I think she has a more fun personality, but in the first game, they both had solo songs. And I liked Callie's more. Her song's called Bum Rush Blush, and Marie's is called, I think, Marine Time Memory. They're both really fun songs. Bum Rush Blush is the more of the upbeat songs, which is my personal style of music. So that's a big reason why I prefer Callie. But they're both really fun, so if you prefer Marie over Callie, I won't hold it against you. And his name is James. That's funny because James is my last name.
Whew. Ew, that was close.
But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna be going over this way now. I'm going to jump over this way because that's a speed running tactic, probably. But yeah, the Splatoon series, like, I know I was joking about this earlier, but it seems like something that I can never escape from because we did the Let's Play on my own channel, and then shortly after the Let's Play was over, James and I did our verses of the first game. And then, as I was actively working on planning out the Splatoon 2 Let's Play and working on recording Splatfest videos, we also started recording Splatoon 2 verses, and then not too long after that was Octo Expansion verses. Because, like, Octo Expansion was announced after we had already started recording Splatoon 2 verses. I don't remember if it was announced during the series, but after that, we were trying to figure out what would be the best way to handle that for the verses. And we decided that it'd make more sense to have that as a separate thingy because we'd already started working on Splatoon 2 verses. So yeah, Octo Expansion versus happened, and that was pretty fun. I won't spoil the results of any of the versus projects, but they were all really fun to do. Octo Expansion, I kind of don't have fond memories of that versus, admittedly, because my living situation at the time was pretty terrible. But other than that, every Splatoon project I've ever worked on has been really fun. And my friends and I had joked that after my Splatoon 2 Let's Play ends, there'd be nothing for me to do anymore for the series because we would have already Let's Played both games and done the verses for every story campaign. So, yeah, now with Splatoon 3 on the horizon, that's something I could look forward to. There's Production says I have iconic screams. Thank you. What's the next weapon for this one? Okay, it's the one after the Splatling. Great, it's a blaster. Ugh. I don't like blaster weapons. They're so weird. They do a lot of damage at a very specific point, so you always have to be at a very set range. And it's really hard to use that effectively, especially online, because everybody is moving around constantly. I've never been good with blaster weapons, and I never will be. If they do drop a weapon type in Splatoon 3, I hope it's a blaster. I'm sorry, blaster mains, but I just don't like this weapon at all. It's probably my least favorite in the entire game. But Yeah, like I wouldn't. Well, I already did, but I was gonna say I wouldn't say I'd be happy if they dropped these completely because this is somebody's favorite weapon out there. But personally, if it was 100% completely up to me on what stays and what goes in Splatoon 3, blaster weapons would definitely be out. Alright, let's go like that. I guess another big reason why the Splatoon series, why I got reinterested in them in the first place was because they had a story mode. Because online games can be pretty fun, but personally, I'm not that big into online multiplayer. Or at least I wasn't when the games first started coming out. So I wasn't really that big into online multiplayer. So the fact that they had a story mode meant that there was at least something for me to enjoy, even if I wasn't going to be playing Turf War that often. But then I started playing the game and realized, oh, this is really, really fun. And then it became one of my favorite Nintendo games of all time. And then Splatoon 2 came out and it's complete perfection. Alright. You know, I was bad-mouthing blasters a moment ago, but we're actually making pretty good time on this level. Might just be saying that because this is the however many times we've been through this, so I'm fairly familiar with this level by now. Even if it has been a while since we played Octa Canyon. Alright. Get back over here. Alright. Now we can do that. And go this way. Whew. It's kind of nerve-wracking with the blaster because, like I said, I'm just not that good at these weapons. And I want to say we're doing well, but every time I did that in the past, things go sideways pretty quickly afterwards. Just like that. Well, that's not too bad, but I fell off a platform, and gravity is not very nice. Final checkpoint. So I believe after this, there's only 2 more weapons that we'll need to do for this level, and then we can move on from that. After we finish all the hair replica weapons for this stage, we'll talk about Splatoon 3 just a little bit more, because I do have a lot to say about that, but I'm also focusing on gameplay, and we died. Hey, remember that time that I said we were making good progress? Alright then, let's head over here. Get over here. Alright, let's go this way. Take care of that. There we go. Jump! There we go. Yes, we can finally get rid of this stupid level and get out of here.
Phew.
And there's a noise outside. Isn't that great? Gringubs Gaming says, how do you skip a line when typing on YouTube comments? You can't. It's really weird. What I do when I'm typing on Discord or something like that, that sends a message when you press the enter button. What I do is that I do a skip a line thing on a notepad file, copy paste that onto the Discord or a Twitter message thingy so that it goes through the next line. There's probably some easier keyboard shortcut, but I don't know. Threes Production is asking, I'm planning on trying Zelda Majora's Mask tomorrow. Is there anything I should know about before starting? So, Trying to think. I'm trying to remember what my first playthrough was like and stuff I wish I knew back then. Because like by now, playing through Majora's Mask is like second nature to me. So it's a little hard to remember what I had trouble with in the first playthrough. My first advice is talk to everybody. Talk to everybody you can. Remember things. And just in general, just try to help as many people as you possibly can, because the best part of Majora's Mask comes from side quests and things like that. So that's something that's definitely well worth mentioning. And also, something that'll save you a lot of headache later. There's a song called the Song of Time, which you'll learn. I don't remember exactly where you learn this, but there are 2 additional versions of that song. One of which is the inverted Song of Time, which will slow down the game counter. It'll slow down the time counter, which can give you a little bit more time on the game before the time limit goes up and things like that. So that's definitely something well worth mentioning, because there's a lot of people who struggle with the time limit, but with that extra time, it greatly helps in the long run. So that's something that's very well worth mentioning. What else can I recommend? I think that's pretty much it. Talk to everybody and use the inferred song time. Also, we're playing with my favorite Slosher weapon right now, because this is my favorite weapon type in the Splatoon series. I absolutely love the Sloshers. They're basically like buckets. They get to fight with a bucket, and it's awesome. So, yeah, this was my main in the first game. Not so much anymore in this one. Since then, my main has kind of turned it into the Blah Blah Blur, which is another variant of a Slosher, but it's a bucket that fires bubbles. It's a bucket that fires bubbles, and it's the greatest thing ever. And it's also very useful, too, because it fires 4 bubbles for every shot, at least for the regular version of the Blah Blah Blur. And if all 4 bubbles hit the opponent, it's like an instant splat. So it is incredibly powerful if you know what you're doing. And thankfully, I do know what I'm doing when it comes to Splatoon. Some other favorite weapons, we already saw the Dualies a moment ago. But my favorite specific version of that would be the Dark Tetra Dualies. Because you get to dodge roll like 4 times with that one. The actual firepower itself is pretty weak, so it'll take a little bit longer to splat people, but it's very well worth it because the defensive capabilities are very useful. And I also really like the Undercover Umbrella, because umbrella weapons we'll see in a moment, but they're kind of like shotguns. They're like shotguns with a shield. The regular umbrella weapons, you have to press the button multiple times to be able to use them effectively, but the Undercover Umbrella, it continuously fires even when the shield is already out, but the firepower itself is a lot weaker, so that's the trade-off. But yeah, I really like the Undercover Umbrella.
Dang it! That would have been perfect. I got impatient, but
I was trying to go for a record, but it didn't exactly work out that way. Oh well. Jump. Alright. And let's do it. Yay!
oh, we did get a new record anyway.
I love the Slosher. This person says, got it. Thank you, smiley face. Bubbles! Yay, you get to use bubbles. And this next one is... Wait, did we already use Umbrella? Oh, we did. We used Umbrella already, so the last weapon is the Octa Brush. I always find it weird that the Umbrella, that wasn't the very last weapon type that you would come across in Octo Canyon, because the thing is, when Splatoon 2 first came out, the Umbrella weapons were not available online, so they were only available during Octo things like that, and then they became available for multiplayer matches later. So that was kind of interesting because in the first game, they had something similar to that, except it was for stages. They had certain stages appear in the single player story before they were playable online. And in this game, they had the Umbrella weapon instead. So I'm wondering if they're going to do anything like that with Splatoon 3. I don't know what they could do, though. I just really hope Splatoon 3 has a story mode, because, like, that's like a kind of a concern that I have, is that they won't have story mode at all in that game. What is that noise outside? Of course, now that I ask that, the noise is gone away. There's this really weird buzzing noise that was going on outside, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And there it is again. I don't think I'll pick up on the mic, but still, it's kind of annoying me. Ah, great, we had to use the splat bomb thingy on that. As for the story mode in Splatoon 3, the big thing I'm hoping with that one is that it's structured a bit more like Octo Expansion, because as fun as the story mode for Octo Cannon and Octo Valley are for the main story modes in the first two games, I like the structure of Octo Expansion more because it's a bit more open, and it's very fun seeing how many of those you can complete in a short amount of time. Because the thing with Octo Expansion is that it has 80 levels, but they're all pretty short, whereas these ones take about like 5-ish minutes to go through, and there's like almost 30. So I would prefer an Octo Expansion style structure, but who knows? They might have an entirely new structure with with Splatoon 3. What I definitely do know is that with Splatoon 3, if and when I inevitably make videos for that game, it's definitely not going to be within the first year or so. Because I, like, rarely, if ever, make videos for brand new games. Pikmin 3 Side Stories is an exception because we'd already covered the main story years before, back when it was a Wii U game. And the Side Stories was just a simple new edition, although it's taking a little bit longer to go through than I expected. But yeah, I like never Let's Play brand new games, so don't expect like a day one Let's Play of Splatoon 3 or anything like that. I always wondered what it was like to make a day one Let's Play, because, like, I don't make videos for games unless I absolutely know that I can commentate through them. Because there are some games I absolutely love, but I just know that I'd never be able to commentate over through them. Because, like, if you want an example, The Witcher 3, I love that game, but it's also something that I know I can't make a video for. At least not in a traditional Let's Play. Maybe a stream someday, but I can't really make a video for that one because it's a very, very mature game, which wouldn't work well at all with my channel. And yeah, like, and there's also a lot of the fact that it's the third game in the series, and it's the only one that I've played in the Witcher series, and there's a bunch of books that go with it that expand on the lore, and I've never read any of those books. And there's also a TV show, which I've never seen because I'm a chicken and things like that. So, yeah, I would love to do a Let's Play Witcher 3, but it's something that I know can never happen because of those reasons. But yeah, I've always wondered what it was like to do a day one Let's Play, because, like, you're diving into a game that you don't know whether or not you're gonna like, because, like, I remember when I first started making videos, my sisters were asking me if I was going to Let's Play Disney Infinity, because I got that game for Christmas that year, and, wait, that was 2013. Whichever year it was, they were asking me if I was going to Let's Play that game, and I said that I said no because I didn't know if I was going to like it enough to make videos for it. And I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been really expensive to get all the story sets for that game. Back then, figures like that were really expensive to come by. Anyway, Splatoon.
Thanks to your efforts, I've got all the data I need for this location. try out different weapons in other areas, and we'll be rolling in more data in no time. Here's a little something for helping me with my tests. Go get your reward, you earned it. And we get a Krusty Scene ticket. And that was just one of the 28 levels that we're doing all the Hero Replica Weapon videos things for. Like I said, we already did it for all the Sector 1 and 2 things off screen, and now we're halfway done with Sector 3. So there's only 3 more levels left for that, but we're gonna take a break from Hero Replica Weapons for a bit, and I'm just gonna go play Salmon Run for a moment, because Salmon Run is available, and I kind of want to play that right now. I would have invited Gaming with Pi to join us, but I think he's working tonight, so sadly he couldn't join us. But in honor of Gaming with Pi, I got Burger King tonight. Ow! I bumped my knee on the desk. These Blixens saying, you know those bubble guns you get at Disney that shot out the bubbles and are magical? I wish you could buy those anywhere. Yeah, I miss those. I don't think I got one myself when I was a kid, because the thing with me was that even though I did go to Disney World a lot as a kid, that was mostly because my parents worked there. We never actually got anything when we were there. So I don't think I ever really got one of those toys, but it looked really cool. So I would have loved to have gotten those. But now I'm old, so... Well, actually, you know what? I'm still going to get one when I go to Disney World next. Alright. And Gregor's Gaming's asking about Bowser's Fury or the main game. Definitely Bowser's Fury. Like, 3D World, I've already said my opinions on 3D World in the past. I think it's the weakest of the 3D Mario games. Nowadays, I don't think that's the case anymore. I said that for years, that I think 3D World is my least favorite 3D Mario game. But nowadays, I think the Switch version really opened my eyes on how good of a game it actually is. Because I do like 3D World. It's just that it was so slow on the Wii U version. It didn't really feel good to jump around in that game because of how slow it was, and you had no triple jump. But the little distance they did do for the Switch version, it makes all the difference, and I've been enjoying it so much more. Plus, the online mode has just been so much fun. I've played that a couple times with Gregor's Gaming and the James Rolls, and it was just so much fun when we were playing through it. And it works surprisingly well. Like, yeah, there are some issues here and there, but like the frame rate is definitely not as smooth as it is during the normal game, but it works pretty well for my internet connection. And another thing is that it seems like it's not like a Smash Brothers situation where the weakest internet affects everybody, because Gregor's Gaming was talking about how he was having problems, but my game wasn't affected. So yeah, I really do like 3D World, and I think the Switch version really opened my eyes on how good it is. Nowadays, I think my least favorite is probably 64DS, because it's weird. Like, it tries to be Mario 64, but the new additions that it did add didn't really add much to the game. Like, there are new characters and all, but most of their abilities are just Mario's original version split up across 4 characters. With all that said, though, 64DS is still a fun game, and for the longest time I did consider it my favorite version of Mario 64. It's just nowadays I prefer the original version. But Bowser's Fury, man. Bowser's Fury is awesome. It's like a baby Odyssey. It's like if Mario Odyssey was a baby and things like that. It's just so fun. I really enjoyed Bowser's Fury. I finished it yesterday. I won't go into spoilers or anything like that, but it was just so much fun. I'm going for 100% completion now, but I'm going for 100% completion now. It's just taking some time because I realized that I was only like halfway done with actual progress, because literally when I finished it, there's a thing that tells you how many of the cat shines you got, It said that I got 50 out of 100, so I literally only did like half the game. But yeah, I absolutely loved Bowser's Fury. If they can make a whole other game inspired by that mode, like what they did with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I would totally get it. They probably will, because I think they are going to be using this as like a test ground to see how well a game of that structure will work on a bigger scale. And with a proper full game, I think it definitely can fix some of the minor issues that I had with Bowser's Fury. My only problems was that I felt like it was a little repetitive at times, because a lot of the catch lines were the same. Okay, we're going over to the beach now. A lot of the catch lines were the same, and oh boy, okay. So, this event is the Mothership, and I really wish they had the Stingray as my special weapon right now, because, man, there's this one trick you could do where if you have the Stingray when the Mothership is trying to get to you, if you use a Stingray on it, it drops a bunch of power eggs. You can get so many of them. I had one time where the Mothership appeared twice, and we got like somewhere in the vicinity of 110 power eggs during that round, and it was incredible. Oh, okay. Die, die, die! Haha. Probably could have saved that inkjet for later, because the inkjet is a great getaway weapon when you're stuck in a tough corner. So it's definitely best saved for that kind of situation. I hope they expand on Salmon Run in the future, because it's a really good idea. There are a few things that I wish that they did do differently. One thing that I didn't really think that much about until I talked to Joe Conroy of all things, because we briefly talked about Splatoon one time at PAX, and he had mentioned to me that he wished that there was an endless mode for this game, and now that he said that, I also hope that they did that. It's fine without it. It's just that now they said that I kind of wish that there was a thing like that, but I love Salmon Run. It's my favorite multiplayer mode Splatoon ever. And there's definitely room for improvements. I really hope it returns in Splatoon 3. I love the victory things at the end of these matches. Hello, J64. Welcome to the stream. You're asking which story mode do I prefer, Splatoon 1 or 2? Of all the story modes, I'd rank them Octo Expansion, and then Splatoon 2, and then Splatoon 1. Splatoon 1 is really fun, but I think with that, it's a situation of everything Splatoon 1 story does well, Splatoon 2 does better. Because Splatoon 1, it was really fun and had a lot of variety, but Splatoon 2 adds things like having online match elements appear in... Actually, wait, I got that backwards. Oh, that's my train of thought. But anyway, ignoring that, let's head over towards the next level, level 14. If there's one thing that I wish they did do differently, it's that I don't like the loading zones for Splatoon, for Octo Canyon. Because in the first game, everything was so seamless when you were going across different levels, but this... Ow. Oh, okay. I move my hands around a lot when I talk, and this is the second time that I smacked my hand on the desk. Let's just get into the level. Six4 says, this makes me want to play through Salmon Run again. It's been a while. 2018, I think it was the last time that I played Splatoon 2. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite games of all time, so I play this game like all the time. Especially with the Splatfest happening, the Splatfest rematches that they had recently. Because those of you who haven't watched those streams, I streamed the Splatfest rematches with Gaming with Pi, and it was really, really fun. On the topic of that, I gotta say, I'd like to talk a little bit about the creative process behind the Let's Play, because the exact length that the series ended up becoming is a very noteworthy story. So, like, I started planning out Splatoon 2 pretty much when I first got it. I knew that I wanted to showcase every single Splatfest from the beginning. That was one idea that I wanted to do with the first game, but it just didn't happen because I didn't think about recording Splatoon videos until SpongeBob Splatfest happened. But so with this one, I wanted to showcase every single Splatfest, and I'm very glad that I did, because there were a lot of really unique things about each individual Splatfest that definitely deserved its own video. So that's a big reason why some of those videos take a little bit longer than others to finish. So the original idea was the Splatoon 2 wasn't going to be that much longer than the first Let's Play. I believe Splatoon 1 ended at episode 40. So the original draft was that Splatoon 2 was going to take about that length as well. But then, as I got a couple more ideas for how I wanted to do things differently with Splatoon 2, that episode number reached episode 64. So that was something that I was excited about, because I always tried to see if I can have big Let's Plays end on episode 64, because I'm weird. So, with that taken care of, after that, Octo Expansion was announced, and I literally had no idea how I was going to handle that, because James, how he did it was that he did Octo Expansion as a separate Let's Play, and that could have worked for my channel as well, but I wanted to have everything in Splatoon 2 under one Let's Play. So then when that happened, and I was estimating how much longer the Let's Play would be after that, I noticed that words are difficult. With all of that, the series length became 100 episodes. We're on episode 87, I want to say. We're on episode 87 right now for the Let's Play, so we're almost completed with it. We just have a few more Splatfests to go through. And like I said earlier, each one takes a little while to edit. So that's pretty fun. So let's go up here. And the thing about the Splatfest rematches was, after all of that, I was pretty determined that I was like, okay, no matter what, the Let's Play will end on episode 100. That's been the idea for a while now. That's how it's going to be. And then the Splatfest rematches happened, and I was kind of freaking out, because, like, how in the world am I going to handle those for the Let's Play? Especially since the chicken versus egg rematch was announced after we had the Let's Play video recorded. So the idea that I went with eventually for that was that Pi and I would stream those together, and if there's anything worth mentioning during the rematches, that we'd talk about it during the grand finale. And then they announced Super Mushroom vs. Superstar, the Mario Splatfest. Oh boy. So yeah, it's kind of been hectic planning out the Let's Play and things like that. I'm really hoping Splatoon 3 is easier to plan out. Like I said, I don't want to outright confirm a Splatoon 3 Let's Play, because for all I know, it could be not that great of a game. It could be like a stick and star situation where it just isn't that fun. But at the same time, I think it's safe to say that it probably will happen. I don't want to confirm anything. I don't want to outright confirm things. It's like every time I think that I have an idea for what I want the next year of Let's Plays to be like, it seems like something gets announced that throws those plans out the window. Grips Gaming says, of course he tried to have this LP and had 64. The only Let's Play I've ever had to end on episode 64 was Skyward Sword. And who knows, with Skyward Sword HD being a thing, that could happen again. Hello, Mini Minchino, it's been a while. How are you doing? Alright, so we got a couple new people on the stream. A bit of a reminder for what we'll be doing. So we are going through, Octo Canyon, trying to get all the hero replica weapons for my Let's Play. Because during the grand finale, what I plan on doing is that we'll be showcasing the final boss with all the hero replica weapons. That's just one thing we'll be taking care of in that video. It's going to be absolutely massive, but yeah, we're going to be showcasing all the hero replica weapons. I haven't gotten them all yet, so we're about halfway done with World 3. World 1 was showcased during the hero replica weapon episode of the Let's Play. World 2 I did on my own time, and now we're working on World 3, so that's pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So pretty much after every level, after we finish every level, it seems like we're to be going back and forth between online matches and things like that. So that's pretty fun. If anybody in the audience has Splatoon 2 and they want to play a few matches, then feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to set something up. I think we did something similar to that with the on another stream a little while back. I don't remember exactly which one, but I remember we played Smash Ultimate and it was a lot of fun. Which, speaking of Smash Ultimate, can I just say, Pyra and Mytha confirmed for Smash. That makes me so happy. Okay, so I have a lot to say about that, and I know it's very off topic and probably not the best thing to talk about during a Splatoon stream, but I need to talk about it because it makes me so happy. So, I love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It is easily one of my favorite RPGs of all time. So I was really looking forward to seeing if there are going to be any Xenoblade characters in Smash Ultimate. And unfortunately, there weren't any in the base game except for Shulk, but everybody was coming back anyway, so they didn't have any Xenoblade 2 newcomers. And I was kind of hoping that they would, because before Ultimate came out, Sakurai had talked about how he'd played through Xenoblade 2 and really liked it. So you can imagine me thinking that that meant that we might get a Xenoblade 2 character, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. Their reasoning was that Xenoblade 2, alongside ARMS, they were both announced too late into the game's development, so it would be difficult for them to include characters from Xenoblade 2 or ARMS in the base game. And then Fighter Pass 1 happened, and there were like no Xenoblade 2 or ARMS characters whatsoever. But then Fighters Pass 2 happens, and it starts off with Min Min. And that gives me hope that maybe we'll see Rex and Pyra after all. And then Pyra and Mythra are announced, and it makes me really happy, because I just love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I know I'm repeating myself right now, and I apologize for that. I probably sound like a broken record, but I love Xenoblade 2. And I'm particularly excited that it's just Pyra and Mythra. Honestly, because like Rex and Pyra would have been cool and all, but at the same time, there's already so many characters in Smash that have the male character as the default. So just having Pyra and Mythra honestly makes it more exciting for me, because like they're definitely the main characters of Xenoblade 2. Like Rex is fine and all, and he is like the main character. But the Xenoblade 2 is one of those stories where it's told from the perspective of one character, but it's about somebody else. The only other example I could think of for a game of that style would probably be like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because it's told from Itsuki's perspective, but the game is really more about his friends, like Tsubasa and things like that. Garbage Gaming says Nintendo adds stuff to Skyward Sword HD has your remake LP at 65. Yes. Mini Machino says, I'm doing. Life's been hectic, but you know. Yeah, life's been pretty crazy here as well. So that's pretty fun. But things seem like they're slowing down slightly, somewhat-ish, so that's pretty fun. And that Nintendo Direct that happened the other day just made me all kinds of excited for Splatoon stuff, so I wanted to stream Splatoon.
Dualies64 says, I've been meaning to get into Xenoblade for a while. I even have 1 and 2, just haven't gotten around to them. I'm happy that Xenoblade fans get another Rapid Smash though. Kirkus Gaming says... Kirkus Gaming says, how long until Tokyo Mirage Sessions LP? Do I want to tell the story? Charger... Spot Dualies. Okay, let's go. Do I want to tell that story? It's kind of a long one, and I don't know if today's the right time for it, but you know what? Screw it. Why not? So, I talk about Tokyo Mirage Sessions a lot. It's one of my favorite RPGs ever. So, how do I... okay. Maybe we can go... We can't split up that wall. How can we get that from here? There we go. So, yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions is one of my favorite RPGs ever, and I've wanted to do a Let's Play of it forever. But the Wii U version would have been really difficult to cover because how I handled showcasing Wii U gamepad footage back in those days was I'd take a picture on Miiverse and have that on screen. But with Miiverse gone, that wasn't possible anymore. So if I did do a Let's Play of the Wii U version, it would be missing a lot of useful information. So it was kind of like a big waiting game for years to see if a Switch version would ever come out. And it eventually did, which made me really happy because Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore came out last year. And I've been absolutely loving it. It's been so much fun revisiting that game. And the new content's pretty cool too, so that's pretty exciting. The thing is, though, is that Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a very big game. Like, the story mode itself is not that long, but there's a lot of side content in the game. So it would take a while to plan out. So I honestly don't know when a Let's Play would happen, but I really want to someday. It's one of those things where I know I want to Let's Play Tokyo Mirage Sessions someday. It's just I don't know when it can happen. Alright, take care of you. And now we'll go over this way. Alright, so, lovely people of the chat. So, since we're talking about Splatoon and stuff like that, how about, what are you all expecting from Splatoon 3? So, I shared some of my opinions earlier, but I'm curious to see what you all have to say. I know some of you may not be as familiar with the Splatoon series as others, but it'd be fun to have a conversation going, because I love talking about Splatoon. So some things I like to see. The one big thing I really like is that I hope if they introduce new idols in the game, like the Squid Sisters are Off the Hook, I really hope they're both Octolings, because that was what they were originally going to be doing with Splatoon 2. Parla was originally going to be an Octoling, but then she was changed to an Inkling. I can't find a reason why, but that just happened. So, yeah, I really hope both of them are Octolings next time, if they do have idols in the next game. I hope the story mode is as good as it is in previous games, because that's one concern that I do have, is that the story mode just won't be that as exciting as it is before, or that they don't have story mode at all. They probably will, because Splatoon is a very story-heavy game. Like, it doesn't seem like it at first glance, but there is a lot of really deep lore in these games. It's a big reason why I absolutely love Splatoon. Some other things. I hope the bow and arrow is good. It seems like it's going to be a charger weapon, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty useful. So I hope it's a decent weapon. What else is there? I hope Summon Run returns in some form and that they expand on it. Because I really like Summon Run. Sorry,
Ace Plexen says, I'm expecting good things. Yeah, Splatoon 3 is definitely going to be a fun game. There is that concern in the back of my mind that's going to be a Paper Mario Stick Star situation, but Splatoon has never disappointed me before, so I doubt they're going to start with Splatoon 3. That first trailer just looked so incredible. I've watched it like 20 times already. Joy64 says, with the Wii U gamepad issue, I'm trying to figure out how to natively record the gamepad footage without dropping hundreds of dollars off for a modded gamepad. Maybe we'll be able to have it figured out soon. That's something that I can't really help with. I apologize. I can't really offer any advice. The only method I know is to use a capture card, but Katsukity was one of the only people out there who were making Wii U gamepad capture cards, and they ran out of business a couple years ago. So it is possible to find it if you look hard enough, but it may be difficult. So that might be a little bit tricky. This probably won't give you the best quality, but if you have an editing program like HitFilm or Sony Vegas or something, or Adobe Premiere or something along those lines, that lets you edit multiple screens, then I find that using a camera, it could be useful, because they're going to be shrinking the footage down small enough anyway, so it's not going to be the best quality in the world, but it can be useful. There was one episode where in Splatoon 2 where my sister and I were playing local multiplayer. I was playing in handheld mode and I was using a camera, so that's kind of worth mentioning. Greg Gaming is asking, if not Let's Play, then a co-star on a game. We can talk about that later. Tracy first says, for Splatoon 3, I'm really hoping we get more of a story focus. The story modes have always been my favorite part of the Splatoon series, and I was kind of hoping for a story focused game. But you're excited for Splatoon 3. Yeah, I really do wish that the story is as good. Because admittedly, when this game only had Octo Cannon and we didn't have Octo Expansion yet, I was admittedly a little disappointed about the story. Because it didn't seem like it expanded on the lore quite as much as I was hoping it would. And I was eventually proven wrong, because Octo Expansion happened eventually, which definitely did expand on the lore greatly. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that is one thing that I hope they do. And we fell. Okay. That's our rank battle modes. If they do return, one thing I wish is that I hope with Rainmaker they have it go back to how it used to work. Because I believe in the first game, the Rainmaker weapon itself would fire off a tornado thing. But in this one, it fires more like an explosion. It's fine and all, I just don't like using it. In tower control, that only could stay as is. Even though I don't like tower control, I think the checkpoint system definitely works a lot better than how they had it in the first game. I'm not sure how they could change the other modes, though, if they do change them at all, because Spot Zones is pretty perfect as it is, and Clam Blitz is really, really fun. So yeah, I don't think there's really anything they could change in Clam Blitz. They can make it better, because I already think it's pretty fine as is. And I'm not quite sure what other modes they can add. I just hope that they... Okay, there is one big wish that I do hope they do in Splatoon 3. If all the ranked battle modes return, I really hope they have more than one available during stage rotations. Because that was a big pain when I was recording this Let's Play. Because I wanted to have an even amount of matches between all multiplayer modes. So trying to find when a good time to record a specific ranked battle match on a specific stage was a pain. Thankfully, the Nintendo Switch Online app tells you the schedule ahead of time. But yeah, it was still a big pain to get the timing for that just right. So if stage rotation continues the way that it's going with Splatoon 2, I hope they at least have 2 ranked battle matches available at all times. If they could have all of them open at all times, that'd be great too. And keep Salmon Run open forever, pretty please. I love Salmon Run, and it always bums me out when I finally have free time to play Splatoon 2 casually on my own time, and it's just not open. Alright, and get up the thing, there we go. Haha, we did the thing. And bad guys are chasing my beautiful face. No, get away from me. I could fight these guys, but okay, not fine. I was trying to not fight anything because I was trying not to fight anything so that I could go through it quickly, but it's just slowing me down not fighting anything, so fine, we'll take care of these guys. Nee. Wow, that was a pathetic jump. Okay, then, let's continue onwards. I love how glittery the ink is. It's just so cool looking. This also probably goes without saying as well, but one other wish for the Splatoon 3, I hope it has Splatfest. It probably will, and it might be silly to question if it won't have them at all, but I really hope they do have Splatfest, because it's easily one of the best parts of playing Splatoon online. Because there's always that sense of hype within the Splatoon fanbase that, oh my goodness, this Splatfest is coming, it's going to be so much fun. And there are, of course, times where you play Splatfest and you do incredibly well, but then your team loses anyway, so you wonder what the point was. But, like, I really enjoy Splatfest. So how many more are there left for this stage? 4 more to go. Okie dokie. Next is the heavy splatling. Alright, sit over there. So, something funny was that after Splatoon 3 was announced, I was talking to my friends on the collab channel. James was Gaming and Pan Garmin. We were talking about the Nintendo Direct stuff on Twitter. And I was mentioning how with Splatoon 3 announced, that means that there are no more updates for Splatoon 2, which means that the Let's Play can end on episode 100. So so my concern about that were no longer going to be a thing, which is pretty exciting. But then James messaged me back saying, so when the Splatoon 3 Let's Play happens in 2025, that he expects the Let's Play to be 200 episodes to top this one. When I saw that, that really cracked me up, so that was really fun. And a bit of a promotional thingy for the collab channel, I guess. We will have a discussion video going up on the collab channel, I believe Sunday. The video is rendering right now. Oh, it finished rendering. Usually it makes a noise, but it didn't. We'll have a... what? There we go. How did I get stuck on that? I guess it just barely wasn't high enough for that. But yeah, we'll have a Nintendo Direct discussion going up on Tuesday. Not Tuesday, Sunday. That's the day that's going to be uploaded. Probably. I think. Hopefully. It's going to be uploaded on Sunday. It's going to be fun. It's not as long as I thought it would be, honestly, because usually when we have discussion videos for Nintendo Directs, they go on for a very long time, but this one is surprisingly not that long. It was kind of a pain to edit, though, because we have some technical problems, but it was a pretty fun one. And the funny thing is that we had started a thing on Game called Not a Podcast, and one of the bigger reasons why I pitched that was that there was no gaming events last year at all, so we didn't have a whole lot of opportunities to do discussion videos. So I pitched that because if something similar like that happened again this year, then we'd at least have some kind of discussion video happening every once in a while, because we love doing discussion videos and things like that. So yeah, as soon as we start not a podcast, they have Nintendo Directs again. Alright, now it's it over here. Remy! Their voices are so cute. I love the Inklings and Octolings. Alright, to go that final checkpoint. I pick up the Sing Storm every time I go through this area, and I haven't used it once. Alright, go you. Where are you? Oh, pfft. Never mind, the key's already out. I love the details over here. I can see the subway car going across the track in the background. It's just so cool. I love looking at the backgrounds in these levels, especially in Octo Expansion, because they have some of the best backgrounds in the game. Alright, 3 more to go. Next one's gonna be the worst one, so that's gonna be fun. Blasters are gross. This thing is so slow and it's only useful at a very specific point. I don't like this thing. Okay, there we go. Some of the things that they showed during the Splatoon 3 trailer is also, and I also like to take a moment to talk about that as well. So, during the Turf War segment of the trailer, we get to see 2 additional movement options. So, one of them looks like some kind of dodging roll thing, where you swing around in ink and then you twirl out of it for a moment. I don't know what the practical applications for that could be, but the one that I'm really looking forward to, there's a point in the trailer where you see an Inkling jumping off a wall, and then they jump off the wall and then they go really high. So I think that can open up some really good strategies, because you usually only have like one option for getting up a wall, and if there is an opponent up there too, then you have to be really careful about how you approach them. But that simple jump offers some really cool new strategies you could do. Like, you could trick them into thinking you're going to go higher, but you stay at the same distance and they'll be aiming high, but that's not where you'd be. This is thinking about all the potential with this. It's going to be so much fun. Alright, so let's go over here. Take care of you. There we go. And now we can go this way. Whee! Fighting the thing with the blasters is not gonna be that fun. Of course, I say that, and we defeated it probably quicker than some of the other weapons we've been using. Alright, let's head over this way. One other thing I'd like to talk about real quick is the customization screen that they had for Inklings and Octolings during the trailer. the amount of variety they have now is really, really cool. It seems like they have a bit more options within adjusting your eye color and things like that, so that's going to be really fun. It didn't seem like there were a whole lot of new hairstyles or pant styles or things like that, but I'm sure there'll be more as time goes on and things like that. And the detail that I find particularly interesting, I don't know if a lot of people have noticed this, but when you start making a character in Splatoon 1 and 2, you have it usually starts off with asking if you'd rather be a girl or a boy. They didn't have that in the options screen in the Splatoon 3 trailer, so that's really, really interesting. Given with Pi had actually talked about an idea like that on a stream before Splatoon 3 was announced, because we were hoping that they'd go with more of an Animal Crossing route, where they'd have options like that so that you can have a bit more gender-neutral Inklings and Octolings and things like that. And it's really exciting that they're actually going that route, because it's always nice having options like that in character customization menus and things like that. Immortals Phoenix Rising does something similar, where the pronouns their character goes by, it doesn't like outright ask if you'd rather be a girl or a boy in that game. Instead, what it does is it determines the character pronouns depending on the voice that they have. Now, I do wish that they went just a little bit further and had a bit more of a gender-neutral voice, but that's my personal opinion. I mean, either way, I'm probably going to choose the girl character anyway, because whenever I play games like this, if I have the option to play as a female character, that's what I usually go with, because, yeah. And next is the Slosher. We get to play with the bucket. I like the bucket. Three's Production says, the bigger your spoon is, the better your food tastes. I know that's off topic, but I'm not wrong. Yeah. One of my favorite tricks when trying to eat healthier and things like that, I like using smaller dishes. Like, if I'm trying to get better about portion control and things like that, then what I usually do is start off with using smaller plates whenever I'm making dinner. Because that usually forces me to not eat as much, so that it can help with portion control. That won't work with everybody, but on the topic of silverware and things like that, that's just something that made me think of that. Alright, take care of you, and now we can go this way. Whee! Let's head over here. Jump this way. Get up the That's the second time I got stuck on that stupid elevator thing. That's not an elevator, that's a... I don't even know what to call that. It's not an elevator, it's a conveyor thingy. That's what it is. Probably. I don't know. Words are difficult. I don't like words, and words don't like me. Let's head over this way. Okay, I don't want to jinx anything, but I just want to say that we're making pretty decent time with the Slosher, which I hope was the case, because I've said plenty of times this is my favorite weapon type in the game. Whew. Alright, let's see how fast we can do this. So when I was recording footage for the other Hero Replica weapons, what I usually did was that I'd put on a movie in the background or a TV show, so that I can listen to background noise while going through these. That's obviously not the case right now, but... owie! How rude. That wasn't very nice of you. Usually I like have background noise whenever I was recording the other Hero Replica weapon thingies. And that's also what I did with the Dueling Peaks Korok episode. Because that was before I started streaming Koroks for Breath of the Wild. But then it took like 2 movies to get all the footage for the Breath of the Wild Koroks for the Dueling Peaks region. So was like, you know what, it might be a better idea to stream that. And I think this might be a common thing going forward with future Let's Plays is the main focus would definitely be like fully edited videos, because I don't think those are going to be going away for my channel anytime soon. Streaming is fun, but I personally prefer making edited videos. But the more repetitive stuff like Koroks and Replica weapon videos, they're definitely a lot better suited for streams and things like that. So I think this would definitely be a common thing going forward. New record! Whee! There's Blackson says, Squid Launcher, oh yeah! Joy64 says, what is your favorite weapon to use in Splatoon? Also, I think in Splatoon 3, the bow is going to be my favorite with the multi-shot that it has. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, because the bow looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I can already see how useful it'll be online, because it looks like the regular bow has 3 shots. The middle one will probably be the strongest, and the higher and lower ones will spread out the ink just a little bit more. And if you look closely at the trailer, you can also see one point where a character in the background tilts the bow and arrow. So it'd be kind of cool to see, because it would be kind of cool seeing the changing between whether or not you're going to be firing vertically or horizontally and things like that. Firing horizontally would probably be more useful when spreading ink, but vertical attacks might be better suited for combat. That's just one thing that... that's just one speculation thingy I'm going with. But as for our personal favorite weapons, in this game, blah 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 is my favorite. It's the bucket that fires bubbles, and it's awesome. Some other favorites are the dark Tetra Dualies and the Undercover Umbrella. I also really like the Kensa Octa Brush. Well, speaking of Octa Brushes, we're playing with them right now. But I really like the Kensa Octa Brush because it's just so fast and so strong. And I've had some of my best comebacks with it. And I really like the special weapon, the hammer. Now a whole lot of weapons that I use take advantage of that weapon. But that is something that's pretty interesting. And on the topic of sub-weapons and things like that, I gotta say, one of the biggest pains to edit so far during the Let's Play that doesn't involve the grand finale was this episode where we talking about stuff in Encompass Square. There's one part where we're going over spell weapons and sub-weapons and things like that. And that segment, going over those weapons and things like that, that was a big pain. That took a long time to edit, and it was kind of like a precursor to how I'd go to handle editing Breath of the Wild's Koroks. So, yeah, that was something that was interesting. So now we go over this way, take care of you, and now we go over here. Alright. We're almost done with this level. We can do it. I believe in us. Checkpoint! I've seen this guy so many times already. You think I've seen him coming? I'll never see you coming. Persona 5 Strikers are gonna be on Switch soon, and I'm super excited for that. I know it's very random and off topic, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be like one of the first times a Persona game will be on a home console for Nintendo stuff. I'm super excited, because I really like Persona. I really hope a mainline game can come to Switch soon. Because, like, they did say last year that after the success of Persona 4 Golden on Steam, that they'd look more into releasing other Persona games on other platforms like that. So, I really hope that means that we'll get some of the other games soon. Because that'd be really cool. I think we were off by like a second from the record on that one. Thanks to your efforts, I got all the data that I need for the location trial, different locations. Yay! We got the Krusty Scene ticket, Krusty Son, however you pronounce his name. And that is 2 down. So, let's be back over in Egalopolis Square and play some online matches for a bit. I was going to check what other stages are available right now. What stages are available? Ew, no, gross. Tower Control is in ranked battles, so we're definitely not going to play that. Why did I back out of that? I'm not quite sure how much longer this stream is going to be going on, honestly, because we're definitely not going to be getting every single hero replica weapon in today's stream. So we'll probably continue these over time, because I definitely want to try to get that footage of the hero replica weapons during the final boss at some point during this Let's Play. We're probably not going to be showcasing every single hero replica weapon going forward on stream, because I probably will also be taking care of that on my own time, but just letting you know. Splash-o-matic. Boo, yeah. The egg basket is waiting. Salmonoids are restless. Okay, so this might be super repetitive for those of you who watch the Let's Play, but my best word of advice for this event is to try to stay as close to the egg basket as possible if you're the one they're following, because if that happens, then you can count on your teammates most of the time to protect you. Except I couldn't right there, so that was unfortunate. Yay, okay. There was a lot of them anyway, so I can't blame my teammates entirely on that one. This is not a good spot to be at. This is a rough round, oh my goodness. Alright, we can still do this. Standing. Alright, I'm saving you, saving you, saving you. Hey! Okay. If we can make it through, we'll be okay. Okay, we got this. We still have some time left, so we could definitely get our quota up just a little bit higher. Getting a higher score on these things is always so much fun. Yay! We got the last one! Yay! I'll save you, mean queen. Except I couldn't, because the thing teleported us. Octa Brush. Alright, so it's going to be high tide now. I can tell what the tide's going to be is that there's like a little outline on the HUD and things like that. And now it's all foggy and stuff. So during events like that, this communication is definitely the best. Because you can tell people to go this way and things like that to let them know. Oh. Wow. Yay! Alright, thank you. Okay, there's a thing over there. I don't remember her name off the top of my head. Darn it. Okay. It's kind of funny seeing this after seeing the Splatoon 3 trailer and seeing that we're to be able to have pet salmonoids in that game, which I'm so excited about. I don't know if they're going to do anything, but it's just really cute that we can now have pets in Splatoon 3. That's something that I didn't know that I wanted, but I always wanted it. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Okay, yay! Okay. Okay, you're getting chased by that. never splatted. Oh well. We'll try one more round. So after one match, we're probably going to call it quits for this stream tonight. I probably could keep going, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, this one was a bit more of a casual one, so I just wanted to have just a little bit of fun with this one. We might end up streaming Splatoon 2 a bit more frequently this year, because, like, man, I'm just in such a big Splatoon right now, because I'm so excited for Splatoon 3. Just thinking about that and all the stuff that could potentially be in the game. Oh man, I'm just so excited for that. I want to make a video discussing what could happen. I don't know if it'll be like discussing the collab channel or anything like that, but like, I just have so much to say about Splatoon 3. I already said most of my opinions in this stream, but it'd be fun to have like a bit more of an organized stream going over my opinions. Alright, we got you. Okay. There's another thing over there. So we'll use our splat charger, sneak up on it, and boom! Oh yeah! And we missed. Ah no! I thought I had a splat charger. I thought I had the splat bomb ready, but I didn't have enough ink. Okay, we took care of that one. So that's pretty cool. And there's a second one. Okay, one of the scariest things in this entire game is when you're... It's when you're in like one of those cannon thingies. You can't see some enemies coming your way. So there'll be times where a Moz will just suddenly show up, and it's like one of the scariest things in the world when you're in the cannon and that happens. Alright. And... Okay, we sacrificed ourselves for victory. I regret nothing. Yay! Boo! Yeah! Okay, take care of you. Ape! Ape! Die! That was cool. Whew. Probably wasn't a good idea to waste a splash down during the first round, but hopefully that doesn't come back down to like, okay, there's going to be a beach event now. This way. This way towards victory. No, no mothership this time. Okay. Oh, one of those jerks. Okay, I see how it is. Oh, you want to pick a fight with me? Bring it on, then. I never talk that way. I don't know why I said that. Okay, we're going over this way now. Let's fight you. Okay, now we can sneak up behind you, take care of you, and then take care of you. Strategy. Okay, there's that jerk. I hate these flyfish enemies right here because they're always such a pain to aim precisely at, because you have to get a splat bomb inside their basket thing, and they're always kind of a pain to aim. Oh, we did it! Yay! That's pretty cool. Thank you. Use the tissue. That's a funny name. Use tissue. Alright. Now we're gonna go this way. Okay, bring it on! Bring it on! Yeah! Ah! I didn't see the second one and it scared me. Okay. So, one word of advice I can recommend is that if you're already met the quota on a beach event like this and there was a bunch of enemies nearby, one event I can recommend is In the words of Game Champ 3000, run away like a little sissy baby. Because they only spawn at the beach, so if you go back over that direction, then it'll take longer for them to get to you, which can be just enough time for you to win the round. But this is only effective if you've already beaten the quota. So definitely don't do this if you haven't met the quota yet. Alright, let's do this. That was a really good shot with this black bomb, wow. And I wasted the second splashdown. Alright. Let's get that and go this way. Watch out for... I can't remember any of these guys' names. All I remember is Moz and Flyfish. Alright, take care of you. Okay, we have the egg thing. We can just go to the basket. Okay, that looks like everybody is working on that. It's not a good spot. This is not a good spot, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, I think the rest of those eggs is gonna be a bit of a lost cause, so I'm gonna go back over here and help out my buddies. Okay, you're bothering me, so I'm gonna take care of you. Oh no! Phew! Thank you! This is a really good team. This is so much fun. Okay, let's see if we can get one more. One more. I got it there. I see how it is. Yay! Whee! That's a good note to end the stream off. There's Blexon says, gotta go now. It was fun watching. Hope you have a good rest of the stream, and I get some rest. Good night. See you later. Thank you for coming. Joy64 says, going to go ahead now and get off now. The stream was fun. Good night. Bye, Joy64. Thank you for coming. And we are going to be signing off on the stream too. So, thank y'all so much for watching this very random and spontaneous stream. We might stream more Hero Replica Weapon things in the future. I don't know. I'd love to in the future, but probably not for every single one of them, because I would like to make some progress on my own time. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to Splatoon 3, because I sure know that I am. Oh, wait, what did he say? Aww. That's pretty funny. Man, I'm gonna see Splatoon 3 hype all around the plaza and things like that. Alright, so thank y'all so much for watching tonight's Gator stream. I don't know when the next one will be, but I do know that next week we are going to be streaming Paper Mario 6 Star on the collab channel. And we're going to have Random Number Gaming appear. It's been a little while since we had one of those, so I'm looking forward to that. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Paper Mario will continue on the channel, as well as Splatoon 2 Splatfest. So thank you guys so much for watching tonight's Gator stream, and next time, we'll gear to you. Oh yeah.